On my other videos I talked about contactors. Now let's talk about switches that controls contactors. Everybody know that a switch will help you to control heavy electrical loads by using small signals, and that miracle will happen to a contactor. If you looked at this switch could be either on or off. When the switch will be on, will energize the contactor solenoid, and if you look into this hybrid schematic, you will see when you will turn the switch on, the electricity will pass by, the contactor solenoid will be energized, and obviously inside the contactor an electromagnetical field will occur. Shaft will enable some switches which will close circuit. This is the way the contactor works. So today I don't stay too much around these switches. I spoke about this in the past videos. Today I would like to help you to understand circuits with latch relay, and now I would like to talk about circuits which have momentary push buttons. Without latch relay, these circuits doesn't exist. You cannot use them because they will not hold the circuit on. Like you see in this example, I have a start push button and a stop push button. If I will press the start push button, the contactor solenoid will be energized, but then if I will release the start push button, that will de-energize. There is nothing to hold that contactor energized, and I need to sort this problem out. If you look at this electrical schematic, you'll understand better why this start push button will not keep the contactor solenoid energized. So you push the start push button, and then when you release it, you'll interrupt the circuit. As you'll see from the circuit breaker, 1 amp circuit breaker, the electricity will not reach the contactor when you release the start push button. And for this circuit, we need to feed into this circuit latch relay. That latch relay will have the capability to bypass the start push button until the stop push button will be activated, and it will delatch the circuit. So this circuit, we understood, is not good, so we inserted a latch relay. So a latch relay also acts like a contactor. It's got the solenoid and the switches. So after releasing the start push button, the latch relay will keep the circuit on until the stop push button will be pressed. Let's see how this circuit works. So we have a circuit with a latch relay, and when we push the start push button, will activate the latch relay. And you see the start push button circuit, it is bypassed because the latch relay, it is activated. And to stop the system, we press the push button, which cuts the power to the latch relay. So when the relay coil is energized, an electromagnetic field will move a shaft. The switch is connected to that shaft, will close the circuit. That just happened with that latch relay. And to unlatch it, we have to de-energize the latch relay solenoid. This is the way the latch relay look. Guys, I call it latch relay because I'm using as a latch relay, but that can be used for anything, any type of signal. So obviously when you energize the coil, you'll create an electromagnetic field, and the mechanism which keep the switches will move, and the circuit will be closed. It's simple as such. No big deal about a relay. Everybody probably know how the relay works. So you energize the relay solenoids, then you will create a mechanical motion inside, and a switch will be closed. Let's see in detail how the latch relay is working and why the circuit remains on when the start push button is released. So you understood that we need a latch relay to hold circuit in place. You saw the buttons, but that's not enough. So I would like you to know to have a look to the electrical circuit, and obviously you will be able to trace the electrical signal, and then you will understand why the latch relay will keep the circuits on. So you have these two push buttons. You push the start push button, and then you turn off the circuit by activating the stop push button. Let's have a look closer about how this is happening. You have the start push button again, you see, and when you will push that start push button, the electricity will go to the stop push button, which is a normal closed circuit, will go to A1, to the main contactor, but in the same time will go to the A1 of the latch relay, will energize the latch relay, and the latch R1 underneath the start push button will bypass the start push button. So when you release the start push button, that latch will still keep the circuit on. Like you see in this case, the latch relay is energized, and that latch, the switch which bypasses the start push button, just allow the circuit to be activated. If you'll have a better look, you have the stop push button. So if you press that one, you will interrupt the electricity to the latch relay, and then you'll turn off the circuit. If you look now, you push the stop push button, the electricity has been cut, and then the R1, the latch, will delatch, and you will not have an active circuit. I will energize and de-energize a couple of times, so you'll observe now how this system works. So you understood now how this system works, and you observe that by pressing the start push button you latch the system, and pressing the stop button you unlatch the system. So this is all the miracle. This is the way this arrangements it is. This is not a perfect system. In the next video we will talk about a more complex system, like system which have latch relay overloads, motors with thermal overload protection. I will explain to you how this relay works more in detail. I already explained to you about this latch relay. The switches, momentary switches on and off, which require a latch relay, variable speed drivers, and also programmable logic controls. That will be towards the end, and thank you very much for watching my video. See you next time.